Whoa, America, y'all know it's Select Super Tool, baby. If you listening to this, I hope you feeling incredible. America, this Nicki Minaj and Roc Nation situation is getting very heated. Now, before we get into this video, this is about to be wild. While Nicki Minaj was putting these tweets out, it was thunderstorming in New York, y'all. I kid y'all not. While all of this was going on, the thunder was booming. Dead ass. I'm dead ass, y'all. I'll never forget that. America, let's get into these tweets. Now, if y'all don't know, Megan Thee Stallion was getting sued by a photographer because allegedly she was having a girl-on-girl freak off in a car. And Meg and another girl was getting freaky in the car, allegedly, and the photographer said that he had to watch or something, and it was like some gay dude. Now, me personally, look, if that's me, why you telling the boys? You feel me? Why you telling the law, bro? Megan Thee Stallion is in front of you getting, but look, that ain't my business. But Megan Thee Stallion, the judge ruled that the case can go forward. Academics TVs retweeted that. And then Nicki Minaj put up, oh no, what was that law again? Bwahahaha. Y'all remember when Megan put out that Megan's Law joint in the hit song? And she said, these hoes gonna be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's Law. And then Nicki Minaj is like, oh no, what was that law again? After this, Nicki puts up, is this why he was trending the other day? I don't know. To God be the glory. And she retweeted Jay-Z. Someone named Ramir is saying that that's his dad and he wants to do a paternity test. So the judge ruled that Jay-Z got to respond to the paternity lawsuit. Just Nicki Minaj retweeting that is bringing light and awareness to this. And y'all know that Jay-Z is very aware and he takes actionable items to how he's received in the press. But simply put, Jay don't like none of this that Nicki's doing. Jay is like, yo, she's dead ass a op. I can't do my best Jay-Z voice, but you know he's like, Nicki's a op. all of that Sagittarius, she a op. Now, y'all, Nicki then says, being a gay man doesn't give any woman the right to sexually grind on you, have sex in front of you. I remember seeing someone grinding on their hairstylist and he seemed so uncomfortable. Now, I don't know if that's a sub at Megan Thee Stallion, because y'all know Meg, when she was riding the boat and pouring liquor and Douce and Henny in everybody's mouth and riding the boat, Meg be having fun, right? Y'all know girls, when they be getting lit and they gay guy friends, they be wilding, right? And I saw somewhere this one gay guy was like, that be making them feel uncomfortable. Once again, you got Megan Thee Stallion getting freaky in front of you, and you filing a lawsuit? You wildin'. But now, look, I'm playing. But now, look, Nicki says, we've calculated about 100 to 200 million so far. Jay-Z called me to settle this karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest. You still in my top 5 though. Let's get it, good. And anyone still calling him Hov will answer the God for the blasphemy. God dang, Nicki. Nicki 100 to 200 mil for what? For title? Remember, y'all, I was trying to find an interview, but Nicki Minaj, I think it was one of those Joe Budden interviews. Nicki said Jay-Z is her business partner. They're business partners. That could be where the 100, 200 million dollars is coming from. I'm going to use some of the money Jay-Z owes me to send some of my barbs to college, pay their school fees and student loans via my Student of the Game charity. Now that's amazing. That's also a potential sub. Jay-Z's school. Remember, something came out a few weeks ago about Jay-Z's school. Now she on Desiree Perez's ass. If you get a message to post hate or lies today on any platform, I'd advise you to say no. They won't cover your legal fees. Just today alone, we've added 5 blogs and 5 content creators. I hope you got a lot of money saved up. Hope it's worth losing everything, including your account. LOL, this didn't go the way they intended. Every time you try to get the attention on me for your own financial gain, it'll go back on the things you don't want it on. And there's a lot more. Trust, it's all fun and games until I want to play too. Whoa. Nicki is wildin'. And this, she did a poll with Kick and Twitch. Could we see Nicki Minaj streaming and maybe exposing some more of this stuff on Twitch or one of these streaming platforms. She follows up and says, what? Is this true? I'm learning so much about my rights, so you get to decide how long your deposition is. Haha, isn't this the lady being accused by her daughter of being a racist against black people, Jay-Z? There was no black woman smart enough to be the CEO of your company? What happened to Shaka? He gonna take a pic with Shaka now? LOL. Oh, Jigga Man, the jig is up. This is wow. And this is Nicki responding to, well, retweeting a tweet with a judge granted a single deposition to Desiree Perez, but it's limited to 3 hours. Nicki definitely been on her ass for a minute. Now, Nicki Minaj follows up and says, dear Jay-Z and Desiree, you ruin hip-hop, you ruin football, you ruin basketball, you ruin touring, you ruin Instagram, you ruin Twitter. The jig is up. All of this is a legend for entertainment purposes only. Nicki's wildin', y'all know it. How the did Jay-Z and Desiree ruin hip-hop? How did they ruin touring? How the heck did they ruin Instagram? How the did they ruin Twitter? It's not even called Twitter no more, Nicki. What you mean? Now, I don't know if Nicki mean that they ruined it for her, because Nicki did allege that they was hacking her accounts. But dang, yo, look, Jay, if you ruined all of that, then yeah, Nicki deserved to be on your ass. She said he ruined basketball. What did Roc Nation Sports do? What they got to do with this? Nicki then says, Jay-Z, you let Desiree do a lot of evil to black people and you stay silent. We used to believe you. You went out sad. This is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Desiree, did you get that 40 million? 55 and paying for bots? Oh, Bot Nation. Oh my God. So let me get this straight. Y'all so-called black savior Jay-Z has a Hispanic CEO who was pardoned by President Trump? Interesting. So does that mean Desiree isn't a Democrat? Black people, I thought y'all hate all Trump supporters. Did Jay-Z ever campaign for Kamala? He's benefited so much from the party. When President Obama gave a speech about brothers, why didn't Jigga Man come out and strongly campaign for the Democratic Party at the time? Could it be that y'all all have been hoodwinked? LOL. Woo-wee! That was so kind of President Trump, and that was so kind of President Obama to passionately go out and campaign. But what did Mr. Jigga Man do to help y'all win the election? He's above speaking out to help his party, or was it not his party? Is it just about who can benefit him and Desiree at the time? Oh, black people, it looks like the Jigga Man and Desiree played y'all once again. The jig is up. Wait, Nicki Minaj, remember that Jay-Z and Nas had a song called Black Republicans? Money, I got love for them. Can't turn my back on the hood. I got them. Y'all forgot? Yo, ayo, y'all, we gonna start saying that. You forgot? If Jay-Z is a Republican, then that's his business. He also did perform at a Hillary Clinton's fundraiser several years ago. Jay-Z plays it very smart with his political connects. Y'all remember on DOA, he said, this may offend my political connects. My raps don't have melodies. Y'all remember them bars? So yes, Jay definitely don't like this. Now you trying to come at his political connects? And this is a very sensitive time in the future for his career, for everybody's career, really. Jay-Z called Donald Trump a superbug. Remember, he called him a superbug. And after that, Jay never said nothing crazy about Donald Trump again. And yes, Desiree did get pardoned by Trump, like Lil Wayne got pardoned by Trump. Even on the Carter 6 album, there was that Elephant and Peanut song. Wayne was dang near telling us he's Republican. I know for a fact Jay definitely does not like these tweets right here, right? On top of that situation with the Ramir kid, Roc Nation is dealing with a lot in the press right now, y'all. Nicki Minaj then says, Desiree, were you out marching with your fellow Mexican immigrants? Alright, you were pardoned by President Trump, so you kinda can't, right? I mean, it kind of implies you guys are cool with him, while y'all seem to pretend to be against him. Y'all not his friend either anymore, just like Diddy. If someone pardoned me, we'd be friends for life. You've done so much evil to black people, now you've turned your back on your own, as well it seems. Don't you guys over there keep black artists fighting? while you sit back and benefit from both parties? If I had gotten a pardon from President Trump, imagine an uproar. The Roc Nation CEO does it, and yup, you guessed it, silence. Black people, until you speak on this, you can never, ever, ever, ever. I wonder how Deseret thanked President Trump for that kind gesture. LOL. Got a Hispanic woman allegedly calling her son-in-law under the protection of y'all so-called black savior while y'all sat around making them rich. When y'all needed them the most, they were silent though, huh? Chin up. Jade came out to perform recently once that legal stuff started coming out. Yet when Obama was pleading for the brothers to vote for Kamala, the richest and most influential black rapper was nowhere to be found. Maybe I'm forgetting. I don't know. Did he even say one word? It seemed like an urgent request by the tone of Obama's speech. Yet brother billionaire never got in the field for y'all. Huh? When y'all needed him the most. After all that money he made off the Democratic Party. Brainwashed black people. Those blogs won't be here a year from now either, so enjoy. Nah. Nicki's wildin'. Dang! I'ma keep it a bean. Out of all of the tweets that Nicki put up, this right here is the craziest one. This is the wildest one because Jade done said he got Obama on the text. Y'all remember that whole "My President is Black" era with Jay-Z getting on the remix? Once again, Jay does not play about his political connects, especially when you get older and you start moguling around. Your political connects is everything. And dang well, in my opinion, if Kamala Harris would have won that election, I feel like Beyonce would have been in a completely different vibe musically also. But I do think a lot of people in the industry was banking on Kamala Harris winning. I mean, Beyonce did speak at her campaign rally in Texas with Kelly Rowland. You forgot? Remember Obama towards the beginning, well, around election day, Obama was like, yo, he pretty much want black men to stand up and do more for Kamala. We don't know. Hey, Jay-Z, we need that same support that you gave us in 2008. This is Obama. Text me back. Imagine Obama sending Jay-Z a text. Yeah, text me back. Nicki, that's number one, the craziest Nicki Minaj tweet. And that got 1.6 million impressions, y'all. I know Hov is fuming right now. Hov is still fuming. And this was 3 days ago. Nicki's not done though, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Super Tube. Nicki posts back up and says, so wait, Jay had not like us playing at the Super Bowl after the CEO was pardoned by President Trump? We gotta find out who is they. President Biden posting not like us after Deseret was pardoned by President Trump is so what? America, they did play not like us at one of those rallies when Gavin Newsom was speaking. Nicki then says, guess who just got a brand new weird case? I guess she's about to learn the law now. Still on Megan's ass. Nicki then follows up and says, Democrats attacked her over her cousin's balls. Remember? Nicki said, you forgot? Let's see if they have any thoughts on brother billionaire never campaigning for Kamala even after Obama pleaded with the brothers. Isn't this the one brother who could have, the one brother who could have probably gotten the job done for y'all? If the top brother in charge can leave y'all hanging without repercussions, then may everyone else leave you hanging as well. Hanging like my cousin's friend's balls. Yo, Nicki, give me your phone right now. You know that Jay-Z hates you, Nicki, man. If you wanted to piss Jay-Z off, you did a goddamn good job at it. Good job. Because pissed. You're coming at his political connects that can even go into Beyonce's political connects. Remember, y'all, look at Jay-Z's position in the NFL. Y'all don't think that Jay-Z's political affiliations have anything to do with that? Y'all, come on, man. America, I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. Nicki is still going off Nicki then says, I hope the money stolen from, they stole money from Nicki? Nicki says, I hope the money stolen from my tour was hidden really well. I'd hate for there to be money laundering, embezzlement, etc. Barbs, it looks like I've been locked out on my Instagram. What? Yo, America, this is wacky. Nicki got locked out of her Instagram after all of this? And who was stealing money from Nicki? America. Why did they try to arrest Nicki Minaj in Europe? How in the world did that happen? Yo, Nicki still got more tweets. A big shout out to Miss Kaylee. We follow each other on Twitter. Nicki Minaj retweeted her and said, wait, no, Miss Kaylee said this. Let's not forget who sits on the United Justice Coalition Advisory Board. What? Jay-Z, head of Roc Nation, Desiree Perez, their CEO, and Alex Sparrow, a self-described crisis control expert. Then there's Tamika Mallory, Gayle King, and Charlemagne, who's on the Breakfast Club. Yo, Charlemagne always do say that his last name is Carter Knowles Winfrey Smith Carter, right? Then he says, who on the Breakfast Club shows clear bias whenever Roc Nation artists or topics come up, which explains why he pushes one-sided narratives. With connections like these, it's no surprise people question how much influence they have over the justice system and media stories. This is a legend, yo. Roc Nation got this, almost like this monopoly over hip-hop and media in America. Jay-Z is really moving like them billionaire guys. He's moving like the George Soros to hip hop. He's moving like one of the billionaire, justice, super duper capitalist titan of hip hop. Listen, y'all, let's keep it a bean. Jade's Roc Nation, the perception, the image, how you perceive Jay-Z, that's where it is. So when it comes to the politics, all of that is about perception and perspective. Jay knows dang well if Jay didn't like Nicki before, yeah, then he almost probably got her where he got Kanye, right? But you don't hear Nicki mentioning nothing about nobody's family or nothing like that. When you start going at his political connects like this, and you're leaving breadcrumbs, trust y'all, Nicki Minaj definitely on Jay-Z's. He's like, hey yo, fuck all of that Sagittarius. Being from New York, I knew I should have never let her on the Monster Verse. She was playing around me since then. Y'all know it. Y'all know Jay probably was like, yo, you better sign with me from that Monster Verse alone. At the beginning of Nicki's career, she wasn't even signed to Jay. And then she gets on the Monster song with Jay. That's a favor within itself. He could have stopped that song from coming out. So if you look at it, Jay-Z could be like, yo, she owe me a favor from that. But then with the title situation, and then with the Kenneth Petty, Jay in a way getting involved with that, he could be like, yo, that could lead to other things. Or that could probably get him roped up in some other. So he probably was like, yo, I'm going to stay away from that. But then when you look at the 6ix9ine situation, Jay wasn't even messing with 6ix9ine at all. You can't find one thing of Jay-Z speaking on 6ix9ine. And y'all know that Jay knows who 6ix9ine is. So like, when you see Nicki doing 2 songs with 6ix9ine, you know that he's like, yo, I do not like this. But then Nicki is like, look, you see all of these niggas trying to get me out the way. I gotta do what I gotta do. If I gotta stand next to 6ix9ine and find a way in because y'all on some weird bougie upper industry then I gotta do what I gotta do. And the barbs ain't going nowhere. But then when Megan Thee Stallion comes out and she becomes a Roc Nation asset, she takes that picture with Jay-Z in the boardroom. Y'all know dang well that now, y'all let me know once again, is Des Perez Megan Thee Stallion's handler? Because y'all know I'm just joking, right? Y'all know I'm just joking. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Super 2 once again. For real. That's still a Roc Nation asset. She's being managed by them. There's aspects of her performance that, yeah, like Nicki going at Meg is like, Jay might not like that. You know, Des Perez not going like that because she's the one that's handling her career. Playing around with their portfolio and they're artists and they're this and they're that. It's not a good look for either of these parties right now. And then with Nicki talking about $200 million, the whole title situation, yeah, like this, I don't know if this situation, if there's any coming back for this. If I don't think there's any coming back from this, this situation already went way too far. And once again, that old perspective that everyone has of hip hop, where everybody is friends and everybody goes to the Roc Nation brunch and smiles and drinks champagne and raise their glasses up. Nah, that's not what's really going on. Y'all even heard Nicki mention how Jay-Z stepped away from Diddy. We ain't gonna see no more Jay-Z and Diddy holding their glasses up anymore. I mean, I don't see why Jay ain't pop out and support Diddy like how Kanye did. Look, all I'm saying is that we're not going to see the same. If y'all think hip hop is what it was in the even 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you're never ever gonna see that again. That doesn't exist. These things have gone way too far, and some of these relationships, in my opinion, are way beyond repair. If you would have called Hove in his 444 era, then maybe he would have probably been a bit more forgiven. But after the Diddy situation, all of the lawsuits that and some of the legal situations that Roc Nation might be dealing with, and then now you got Nicki Minaj throwing fuel onto the fire. Yeah, like Jay is not gonna appreciate none of this. Y'all see how he got away from Diddy. He ain't even want you to think he had any association with him at all. So if y'all think Jay likes any of this, y'all 1,000,000,000% wrong. But once again, the Barbs aren't going nowhere. They're loyal. They're loyal to the Queen Barb, Nicki Minaj. When you keep this in mind, that real estate that Nicki has, all of the women in rap, they should be signing with Nicki. Megan Thee Stallion should have signed with Nicki. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Y'all let me know if I'm wildin'. And I'm gonna do a part 2 on this. So make sure y'all subscribe to the Super Tube. Y'all know it's Astrosthetics. Let's get it, baby. Yeah.